1059 The Brew. It's Portland's Rock Station. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Don't forget, Weezer tickets coming up in about an hour. Listen to win.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, though, Drew's got sports. What do you have?
The Oakland A's, that is, trying to find a spot for next season with their new stadium not ready. We'll tell you about all the drama.
One, two, three. And now, Drew's Sports.
Damn it, you gotta catch that ball.
Here's Drew.
Well, the head of the NCAA women's basketball tournament says that there's potential changes to come to the way the playoffs or the tournament goes for the ladies. I didn't even realize this. That's how a little first-round action I've seen lately. But the teams play home games during the tournament. Now, if you look on the men's bracket, everybody travels. That's the whole thing. You're kind of supposed to be on neutral ground, but it just wasn't as big a money-making event. So now what do? They're going to try and switch it up, and so maybe next year you'll see a more of a tournament bracket that looks like the men's, giving them more exposure on TV, and those were some of the highest ratings for female sports outside of soccer ever. And I got to get right to this. Dan Orlovsky, if you don't know who this guy is, he's a 40-year-old dude who works at ESPN. He's an analyst. He's pretty good at his job. He's got jobs on every day on TV and also Monday Night Football. He also played quarterback in the NFL forever. He played 12 seasons. He probably was your backup a year or two somewhere. He even played for the Lions. But he one time farted on Monday Night Football. Like he leaned over and sneezed, and his mic caught his fart. And so that's always...
Was the sneeze a cover-up, or was the fart a result of the sneeze?
I mean, it's honestly a fart gate, and there's a lot to chew on there. But you guys, yesterday, he was on the Pat McAfee show talking about sports and talking about NCAA women's basketball when the greatest moment ever happened.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's...
No way.
Dan, another farting Dan Orlovsky situation just took place.
Danny Dumps.
You just farted into the...
Danny Dumps.
What do you mean?
Danny Dumps.
It's unbelievable.
No.
Your butt was talking.
We heard it.
Your butt just farted into the phone again like you in Monday Night Football.
Oh, no.
That's what just happened.
What do you mean?
Dan.
You remember Monday Night Football when you had your microphone and you went to sneeze and you banked down
Yeah,
and it caught your fart?
Said? Like, what do you...
No.
It's not what you said. It's not what you said, big guy. Let's hear it again.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's...
All right, someone's got a tummy ache.
I mean, 2 farts on TV, maybe
That
it's a
one's
lactose
brutal.
issue.
Also, like, how do you just like fart and continue talking at the same time?
I mean, that cleared out some room, and you just kept going.
It's
Now-
impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's...
Essentially.
Now, his defense, even on his Twitter account, or X, he said, I hate McAfee, it was a windshield wiper.
No way. No
He
way.
claimed it was raining and that it caught a dry
Essentially,
window.
like, at the top at both of those, essentially.
No way.
At both of those, essentially.
I guess I can hear a windshield wiper.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
At the top at both of those, essentially.
I just love Danny Dumps.
Oh, God.
There's your sports.
Thank you much. Oh, man, that's good. All right, coming up in about an hour, more tickets to go see Weezer. We'll play our new game called Pick a Flick. It's 105.9 The Brew, Tanner, Drew, and Laura.
That's
Yeah. Happy, oh God. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah.
We got a talkback message to listen to. Don't forget to download the iHeartRadio app and send us one anytime.
They make you have a permit because when they see all those degenerates in the park and the Karen calls the police, you guys can be there.
Are you calling us degenerates?
That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. He's referring to trash bandits. It's been announced. We had to wait a little bit for the announcement because we needed to get permits. They wouldn't let us. It's so ridiculous because we have over 100 people show up to clean up trash and stuff.
Yeah.
You have to have a permit for the park. Oh. And everyone was all up in arms about it, but we got that taken care of.
Yeah, it's all fixed.
Locked in now.
Excuse me. We're going to be live at Montevilla Park on April 20th, which is Earth Day.
Yep.
And we'll be there from 9 a.m. to 11:30 cleaning up the park. Now, sure, you could just show up if you wanted to, but we need to know how many grippers and trash bags to bring. So sign up if you want to be a trash bandito.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, really, because if a lot of people choose that, I'm just going to show up, you might be cleaning up with your hands. So you want to sign up on the website.
1059thebrew.com. Log on and sign up today. All right. Have you guys ever left anything at the airport? Like you put something, like
in a bin at
in
TSA.
a bin and then you forgot it?
Yeah.
Or maybe you lost your luggage or left it there or something?
I've got the ultimate. I lost my wedding ring in the bin.
Oh,
geez.
no, Drew.
That's right.
You got it back,
You
though.
don't even have
No.
to take
You never got it
that
back?
This is my
off.
second wedding ring.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
You could
I was just going to skip it, and then Amy's like, nah.
No, we're getting you a new one ASAP.
When you're in Mexico, their TSA doesn't look like yours. Like they got guns and stuff.
So you're like, I'm taking off every piece of jewelry.
And so I was so hungover. I'd been drinking for days. I drank all the way to the airport, and as soon as I got, because they bring you to the airport, I wasn't driving, and
Right.
I just took everything off. I took my watch off. I took my shoes off. I took my ring off. But those bins, what color are they? Gunmetal gray.
Right.
Same color as my ring, and I just walked away from it. We were taking off, and the pressure was pushing me into the seat, and I went, and I knew I was screwed. Because you don't call Mexico and get your stuff back.
Was Amy pissed when she found out?
No, she was just par for the course for me. She's like, oh, wow. But, I mean, I had to buy the new one at some point, but I got like 3 months of a nice clean finger before I had to get that new one on
Got a
there.
nice breather. And I mean, it probably didn't set you back as much as like a new engagement ring for Amy would.
We definitely took the high road on that because I was
Yeah.
like, well, at least it's not your ring because I'd cry.
Right. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Well, I remember I had my luggage lost once, and I visited my family in Texas, and they lost my luggage, and I don't know, I think it ended up in another state, and it took them like 3 or 4 days to send it to me.
Oh,
Such
so
a
it wasn't
pain.
even your fault. They just put it on the
Yeah,
wrong plane.
they just sent it somewhere else, or
That's why I get so nervous. If at all possible, I always travel with just a carry-on because I'm so
me too.
worried. Because I've never
Yeah.
had my luggage lost before.
It sucks.
But I know
dude, I had
that
to go buy new
eventually
clothes.
it's inevitable.
Because I think
Yeah.
I was just a little kid, but my grandmother and aunts had to, take me to the mall and get new stuff because I had nothing for like 4 days
Right.
until they got it to me. But Unclaimed Baggage has released its first ever found report.
Okay.
All right.
And
I bet that's
These,
criminal.
Yeah, well, no, some of them are. A lot of them are just
And I
random
bet
things.
there's good stuff in there.
Yeah,
like, do
honestly.
is that like shipping wars or whatever the storage wars? Do those
Can
things
you bid
eventually
on
go
it?
up to auction? Yeah.
Like to the people who found it, do they get to keep it?
Yeah.
I don't know, but you would hope, right? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? But these are like, when if you forget something at the airport, these are the like top 5 most frequently found items.
Okay.
And I'm surprised by some because I'm just like, damn, that's gross.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
What are we talking about?
So the top 5, we've got books. Books is,
Okay.
people
I-
put that on a seat or something and walk away.
That's one thing that I've left on an airplane is a book.
a book.
Yeah,
What'd
on
you-
accident.
Where'd you put it in the front, like pocket?
Seat back is the worst spot.
It must have been in the seat back pocket or
Oh,
something.
I always leave something in there. I feel like it's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
I kind of just throw a watch
It's
in
just
here.
it's an abyss. Stuff never comes out.
Another
Just-
item that's the 4th item that's constantly left behind a lot on at airports is T-shirts, especially vintage ones for some reason.
That's interesting.
that is
Why? Why?
That a
very
vintage
random.
T-shirt.
Do you think
in-
somebody's pulling it out to use it as a pillow, or like why is that?
Maybe. I don't
And
know.
I don't know about the vintage part, but maybe it's just, you're at the airport and you're ripping layers off. You're getting
Yeah.
cold, you get hot. You're
Sure.
like, nothing's a normal temperature. You might be
could be.
hungover. It's
Yeah.
a lot of hungover airport for me, you're noticing.
The third most frequently found items at airports is tablets and e-readers.
That makes sense.
The second one is shoes. Most commonly sneakers.
How do you forget your shoes? Like, how are you just walking through the airport without shoes?
That's
on?
pretty gross.
When you got to carry, this is my guess, when you got a carry-on bag, I always have an extra pair of shoes in the top, right? So, like, you guys don't check a bag, but if you check a bag, you've got, like, a go bag with you, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
when you unzip that, you always have to pull the shoes out to get to the other stuff. And
Oh,
I bet
somebody-
it's
yeah.
dumb mode.
And somebody,
Got
because
it.
you're like you said, you're being rushed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
You
You got
boarding.
people huffing and puffing, upset that you're not taking, you're not going fast enough.
And you're
makes
just
sense.
apologizing and closing bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see myself getting like one shoe back in there or none.
Yeah.
And here's the number one most frequently found item at the airport. This is the gross one.
Okay.
Underwear, undies. They
This
swear.
I cannot explain.
I don't get that. There people are
Okay.
leaving underwear at the airport.
I am wondering. This is where my mind goes with the underwear. Say you've been traveling. It's been a long travel day, or maybe you've had to spend the night at the airport. You go to the bathroom. You can't shower, so you're doing anything you can to try to make yourself feel clean. Maybe you take off a pair of underwear, change your underwear, leave it in the bathroom.
Have you done that?
No, I'm trying to think because I have spent nights sleeping on the floor at airports, and afterwards you just feel like trash.
Yeah.
And
So, but I don't think I've ever. I don't know, but I mean, I don't know how you just leave it somewhere. You know what I mean?
This is my thought that if you
Hold on,
if you feel
you never seductively took your panties off inside of an airport bathroom?
this place is so spacious.
I just toss it over the top of the stall door. I'm like, who wants them?
gross.
Who wants them?
Sorry, what?
I was just gonna say, if a girl was like, "Hey, I think I need to change my underpants because something's not right," please do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bring 5 pairs.
I mean, that did happen to me when I peed my pants on an airplane, but I didn't leave those anywhere.
Right.
I just threw them away.
yeah, garbage land.
The
Yeah.
most expensive item found last year at an airport, or expensive items last year, were a gold and diamond ring appraised at over $37,000.
Oh my
See,
god!
That's when it's the ladies' ring, and Amy doesn't have a $37,000 ring, but the ladies' ring is a vicious hit.
Is that a divorce? If you lose your
what-
$40,000
guess is if
ring
you-
at TSA,
You're probably pretty rich, and maybe just get a new one. I don't know.
And you're
but-
also, you got to think, if he bought it for you, like old school style, he's out that money too. Like, you divorce him because he's like, wait, I'm the guy who lost all my money.
Also,
no, but I mean,
you were
that's
wearing
what
a
I
ring.
mean. Is he does he divorce
Oh,
you?
oh,
You know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, a $26,000 watch was found last year, and there were a bunch of other crazy things. There's always jewelry left behind. Someone left a $12,000 infrared camera, or I guess it was a thermal camera.
I would definitely be calling the airport trying to get that back. When you realize
Yeah.
that's gone, how do you just leave it and
Yeah.
cut your losses?
Because rich people stuff with the ring, I get, but if you've got that camera, you likely need it for work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So be careful when you're at the airport. Just hold on to your belongings. Keep
Check and double check.
double check.
Or if you're
man.
looking for T-shirts, just scour the ground.
right, and same with shoes apparently.
Yeah,
And
vintage
underwear.
TJ
expensive
Maxx.
shoes.
It's like a barrel at TJ Maxx.
It is
It's
really
really
nice.
nice.
Really nice.
It's like Goodwill bins, but
Uh-huh.
cleaner. I don't know.
And super free.
Probably. I don't know. Probably. Not. I would assume that airports are pretty filthy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That hovering vacuum, I don't think is enough. You're the guy who stands on it like a Segway.
Right.
All right, we announced Trash Bandits yesterday. All the information right
Now, what's trending? Fueled by Columbia Heating and Cooling, raising your expectations of comfort.
All right, you can sign up to be a trash bandit. Oh, excuse me, hold on.
Get it out.
Yeah, like a real bandit.
Yeah.
Spit it out.
Spit, boy. You can sign up to be a trash bandit right now at 1059thebrew.com. It is going down. Trash Bandits number 3 is going down on April 20th at Montevilla Park. Mm-hmm. We'll be there from 9 a.m. to 11:30, cleaning up garbage and that park and the surrounding areas. And we need your assistance. We mentioned this on the air. We're like, is anybody even interested in doing this?
Right.
And tons of people reached out. But what will happen the third year?
Let's hope. Just look around. You see the trash. You can help us make a difference.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sign
I think
up.
it's going to be our biggest year yet.
Let's hope. 1059thebrew.com. Also, Warner Brothers has released an audio clip of the Joker movie, the Joker sequel with Joaquin
the
Phoenix.
Joker the musical, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lady Gaga, she's going to be in it. She's playing
Yeah.
Harley Quinn.
Which I think is fine, but I'm just because Lady Gaga is in the movie doesn't mean everybody has to sing.
See,
Right.
I'm going to swim upstream here. I've been
Okay.
thinking about this.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be a great movie. It's not going to be on my shelf or something you buy, but
Because for those who don't know, the next Joker movie with Joaquin will be a musical.
it's a musical. Lady Gaga, I know that like the meat suit and all that stuff, like you listen to her song from Top Gun, it gets you fired up.
Yeah.
You listen to her songs in the movie she did with Bradley Cooper. You might not
Yeah,
love them,
Star
but
is Born.
they are
She's
incredible.
super
Yeah,
talented.
nobody's saying
and-
she's not a
but-
great singer, but this is going to be
Joaquin-
this is going to be cheesy.
And Joaquin was in Walk the Line.
I get that,
Yeah.
but no,
So that's I know it's upstream,
all that's
but I'm
great.
looking forward
But
to
the
it.
Joker shouldn't be singing and dancing.
Yeah, and I agree.
Should be fighting Batman.
I
What
agree
what
that
the hell is this?
They're both talented people. I just feel like this isn't the movie for it. You
Yeah.
know? But I mean, I guess they could prove us all wrong. Maybe
knows?
it'll end up being a great movie. But I'm
Who knows?
skeptical.
I,
Anyway,
I
you
don't
wanna
know
hear a
if
clip?
it's going to be a great movie, but I'm interested to hear the songs.
Yeah.
Because they're hit songs too.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
it's
like
it's
they're
they're
not
not
like
on
a musical
yeah.
jukebox.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's a little taste, a little clip of the Lady Gaga Harley Quinn Joker movie.
Okay.
It took me a little bit to get there, but we got there.
You can do anything you want. You're Joker.
And that's all they released.
That's all we get.
The full trailer will be out on the 9th, I guess, April 9th.
I thought she was going to be like, rah, rah, ooh, la, la.
Yeah, April 9th for the full trailer. Make sure you go to 1059thebrew.com to see all that good stuff. All right, coming up in a few minutes, we got tickets to go see Weezer. Make sure you're listening for our new game, Pick a Flick. It's 1059 The Brew with the Foos. Wow, listen to this job. This OnlyFans model. She's earned 6 figures just berating men's packages.
That's a good living.
That seems like a dream gig. Like, what do I have to do to make this
I think
happen?
my wife has that job.
She earns thousands just by humiliating men, and what they'll do is, I guess they'll take a D pic and they'll send it to her, and she'll be brutally
just like laugh.
honest about it, I guess.
Reminds me of that episode of. Did either of you watch Euphoria?
I haven't seen it, no.
Okay, where there's a scene where a girl, a character in the show, essentially has that job, and they show the guy's junk.
Yeah.
And she wanted to be like genuinely surprised because she wanted her reaction to be genuine, and she just like starts laughing, like busting out laughing.
You're not prepped for all this. And
No.
what to expect.
But I mean, I feel like that would be kind of a
You want that gig? We can set this up for you.
satisfying job.
Drew and I can set this up for you right now.
As soon as we open the D-pic floodgate.
See, I feel like you just opened up the floodgates right there. I feel like if you don't get a D-pic today, I'm going to be shocked.
No, but here's the thing, though. This requires a transaction. Like, I'm not opening up D-pics without
This one's
money.
not free.
Right, like, well, that's what she's getting paid thousands of dollars.
Like, this isn't an invitation just for unsolicited D-pic.
Yeah, unless they come
Unless
with
there's
a
a
Venmo.
cash app. with it. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Would you really do this, though? Would you rate?
No, I don't think so. I think it would just.
It would gross you out after a while.
Yeah, I think it would just be gross.
And it's hard to get new clientele.
You'd be at the sports bra in no time.
I would also feel bad after a while, because like it sounds fun on paper maybe to have your junk rated
I think it sounds terrible. I don't need to know.
Exactly.
I'd
like
rather
a
just
nightmare.
in my head I'm a solid 7.
I don't want to be responsible for crushing someone's dreams.
Yeah, it's like everything you're going to laugh out in the picture, I've been cringing at for 40 years.
You're right,
So
it's
it's like,
like,
I
yeah.
know whatever you're going to say.
Yeah.
And, I think that it's also a fair question to ask if it is a talent. Like if you do, like say you're her for a second, just in her world, she's getting paid. And they sent one, and and that is one beautiful member. Do you still have to berate it, or can you just say
I think you gotta,
tip of the cap?
They're paying you to be mean.
I'm wondering.
So you still got to be like,
I don't want to hear your sweet opinions. I'm paying you to treat me like garbage.
Took this picture.
I think though the guys who are sending pictures know that they don't have attractive members. I don't think guys with great looking
it's like, ding
dongs are sending photos. I think
the guy
it's
with the
these
micro
guys
peen.
who know and have a thing about
for being degraded. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there who like being degraded. That's not me, but there are a lot of people out there.
Well, you know what they say about micropenis? If you can't use it, abuse it. So they just they'd rather be
That's
paraded.
true. I mean, you got to get your rocks off.
You
somehow,
look
I
at
guess.
those things. There's just, the physics don't work.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Laura. That's just an option. She's making 6 figures berating men's junk.
If this radio thing doesn't work out, I guess I have plan B.
Right.
Absolutely.
I could just see you being really mean, though. Like if you just saw like a tiny little mushroom. What would be your initial like?
I really
Pick that like it's in a forest.
I really think maybe you guys would be better at this than I would actually.
Send them in.
Yeah, I don't know.
$2 a pick.
I think just like the genuine shock would be all the reaction you'd need, right? I mean,
oh man,
I don't
it
know.
sounds like a nightmare job for her. Even though after a while, like granted, the money would blanket it for a while, but that's a lot of weenie.
That is a lot of weenie.
I don't think I want to put myself through that. Or
We have
anybody-
one,
or
and I don't even
anybody
want to be
else.
around that much weenie.
Yeah.
All right, we got some talkback messages to listen to real quick. Send us a talkback anytime through the iHeartRadio app. Download it for your cell phone. It's free.
Oh my god, I hate you guys so much.
Oh, it's Pube Boy.
Pubes, haven't heard from him for a
Oh
while.
my god.
Loving message that starts like that.
That sounds like
you guys. Wow.
He sounds like Archer to me. Oh my god.
Nice to hear
Yeah,
from you
Oh
too.
my god.
First off, for introducing me to Corey Feldman and the Comeback King, which now is forever stuck in my head.
You
And
are welcome.
even
Yeah.
when I'm playing PUBG and I come in like second or third, which, okay, good for you, Tanner, you've come in first. I never come in first. Come in second and third multiple times is really annoying. It's even more annoying when you're playing the Comeback King and you only come in second or third.
Oh no.
Sounds like you need to get good, bro.
And you can't have 5 hurricanes before you start playing. Start when
Yeah.
you open your first one.
Where's the Comeback King? Now you want. Oh no! Hold on. I don't want to hear the verse. I want to hear that hook.
Even though that's straight spit fire. Gotta get to the goods.
He's the Comeback King.
What time?
What time?
Oh.
Missing a thing. Because I'm the comeback king. All right.
You imagine the neighbor to Pube Boy just hearing him standing on his couch yelling that in third place.
Right, so now I got more questions about the conjoined twin that got married. Does that mean if her sister has a boyfriend and she goes out with the other boyfriend, does her sister and her husband have to go out with the other boyfriend too?
That's a good question.
Like, that's just such a weird story and such a weird thing, but okay. But yeah, I have questions.
Well, we have lots of questions on this story.
More questions than answers.
I mean,
really.
after yesterday's show, as we talked about it for a little bit yesterday, I went home and I just kept thinking about it. Like, okay, I mean, what P-Boy's saying, I guess.
That was my initial question.
If
like the other sister wants to date somebody else, like does the whole family have to?
But if they share the same Nana Nunu, you would think that just needs to be one person.
But if there's only one woman married. To the guy, then what about the other sister?
They have their own social security numbers, but these two have been in the same bath, same shower, same explorational feels.
I'm convinced
they are one and the same.
I'm convinced that they did this, and I think we're all
it's just for legal purposes.
Because you can't marry more than one person.
Yeah,
and so they legally have to say they're married to just.
But I mean, in theory, it could happen because they have two different. Brains. They probably have two different types of dudes that they're interested in. Maybe somebody had to compromise. I don't know.
You know, they have that TLC show, and yesterday I was thinking to myself, how cold do you have to be the talent scout at TLC? Send me the biggest, weirdest, wildest, most stuck together people that you can find. I mean, they will not hire us.
When I saw these people, I gagged. We have to put them on television.
Yeah, they're like, so are you? Like, you have to really bring the carnival.
Yeah, because the TLC doesn't care. They'll destroy families. They don't give a damn.
Oh yeah, it's gloves off.
They don't care.
But I mean, to be fair, I'm sure they put a casting call out there, and these girls or their parents or
and
whatever,
they seem very happy.
And
I'm
our chance,
we mentioned this yesterday. We're very happy for them. Like that's really great that they found somebody.
They deserve happy.
We're just wondering how it all works, morally, sexually,
logistically, overall. How
is this guy a weirdo, or is he just does he have a heart of gold?
Well, and that is the big question. I asked Amy this when I got home. I was like, so which one is it? And she's like, I don't think I can really until I got to look at him and feel like this guy just feels like I don't know.
Yeah, I was.
It could be either way. You could be strange.
I just have a weird fetish.
Or a saint. Or a stranger, a saint.
I think you can be both. I do think because I was talking to
saint.
I was talking to somebody about it yesterday, and that was the first question. Was
when the strange saints go marching in. Is the song.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
Right.
But is it like a fetish? And I think it has to be, But I think you can have a fetish and also be a good person.
Hey, that's a tough fetish to fulfill. If he had that fetish and then found double love,
as a jackpot.
What a badass.
Yeah.
I think that's a good sign that Laura's got a weird fetish. I'm a good person.
I'm still a good person just because I like some weird things.
Man, your
inbox my hobbies
is
are a
on
little
red alert.
questionable. I know.
Sure.
I don't even want to check my Instagram.
Just close it down.
All right, we got your Weezer tickets.
1, 2, 3.
And now, Bruce Sports.
Damn it, you gotta catch that ball.
Here's Drew.
Well, the ladies' tournament does continue into the weekend. Friday, big game for Caitlin Clark and Iowa as they'll try and get to the finals. Now, this has all sparked quite a firestorm when it comes to what are we going to do with this tournament moving forward, because it has the potential to make so much more money if they can just have more games on location where fans can travel. But they're saying that was something they were discussing to do 2 years from now, and now we'll have those discussions about starting it next year. And if you missed it earlier, it's just gold. Dan Orlovsky, who is an analyst for ESPN and he's also on Monday Night Football, has run himself into a bit of a fart gate. Not only was he caught on mic farting during Monday Night Football, a fart sneeze, if you will, just yesterday. He was on the Pat McAfee show, and he was trying to make a point about Caitlin Clark when lightning struck twice.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's
Dan, another farting Dan Orlovsky situation just took place.
Danny Dumb.
You just farted into the...
Danny Dumps.
What do you mean? It's unbelievable.
No.
Yeah, but your butt was just talking.
We heard it.
Your butt just farted into the phone again like you in Monday Night Football. That's what just happened.
What do you mean?
Dan.
You remember Monday Night Football when you had your microphone and you went to sneeze and you banked down and it caught your fart?
Like, what do you?
No. Oh, boy.
And it caught your fart. He's like, no, sorry, bud. Your bud's having a full-blown conversation over there.
What's he claiming the sound actually was?
It's windshield wipers.
Let's hear this again.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's
No way.
I can hear it.
You can hear the windshield wiper?
Yeah, because you know when it was
5%
a little
chance.
too dry.
5% chance windshield wiper, 95% chance he broke wind.
95% fart.
All right.
It's
But how do you
impossible
continue
to
talking
be at the
through
top at both of those, essentially. Like,
It's like Kenny G. He's like Kenny G. He can circle breathe.
What do you think? Do you think that's a fart or is that the windshield wipers? Shoot us a text message
Yeah.
at 98197.
Yeah, is there
Danny Dumps.
is there a clip of this? I'll put it on the
There
old
there
Instagram if I
absolutely
can
is,
find
yes.
it. Yeah, okay.
There's just sports.
Please follow us if you haven't done so yet at 1059 The Brew. All right, coming up next, we've got Weezer tickets that we're going to give away for that show that's coming up in October at the Moda Center with a new game we're going to call Pick a Flick.
All right.
Going to give you a summary of a movie, just any movie. Could be a comedy, could be action,
Yep. Drama.
right?
Thriller.
And you just have to tell us what that movie is, the title of the movie, based on the summary, right? Pretty simple.
Yep.
We need callers 10, 11, and 12 right now. 866-445-1059 is the phone number. That's 866-445-1059. We'll play after Bush. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. All right, Weezer tickets here in a second. We're going to play Pick a Flick. But first, we got some text messages on our Lazy Boy text line that we got to read. This one's coming in from 3187, talking about the conjoined twins that got married.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier, and we're trying to wrap our heads around it. We were talking about it yesterday, and I went home thinking about it. Like, okay, they're legally two separate people, but they share the same hoo-ha. And so only one of the twins is married to this guy, but doesn't the other twin feel all the sexual stuff? And
yes.
How does it work logistically? How does it work? I mean, legally, I'm guessing that's why he only married one, because you can't marry two people.
Right.
But
so
I just couldn't stop thinking about it.
I just have to assume that both of them are above board on this, and that they're both into the same guy, and everything's fine. And it's fine.
There's one thing that's not fine, though, because right before we came on here, Tanner, you said you read a text, and I just looked it up, and I think it's true.
So this text from 3187 says, the husband that married the conjoined twins has been hit with the paternity suit from his ex-wife.
I got it off 5 different websites writing an article over here.
Wait, hold on a paternity. So, like, while they were still married,
so
they like, well, what? Why would you?
Well, they just got married. They just got married. So
yeah, but if your ex-wife,
so maybe he
knocked her up before.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing.
And he's claiming that child is not his.
It says,
I just want to have sex with one normally shaped person before.
Yeah, one last time before I get weird.
So it looks like there might be an issue. It says Annika, 33, and Josh, 34, shared daughters. Isabella, 8, whom they welcomed in 9 years of marriage.
Okay.
After they split in 2019, they had joint custody of Isabella. But Annika later welcomed a second daughter in late 2020, which appears to be the child in question. So he's saying that second kid's not mine. And she's like, And he's like, no, I got like 2 new girlfriends.
I'd be like, I don't have time. I don't have time for you.
Yeah.
My time is split.
And I don't know. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. Like, you know, if he's only married, and I keep going back to the sex stuff, but
of course
it's because I'm a huge pervert. But
but I feel like that's natural. It's like, wait, how?
If he's only married to one,
2 birds, 1 stone.
The other girl's right there when they do things.
Yeah, you have to almost.
You know, they literally touch cheeks.
Yeah, and that's why when you look at the picture of them,
they share cheeks.
This isn't like doable for everyone, but it's not like there's a whole body up on your back or whatever. Granted, they're conjoined, but it's kind of like one unit.
I don't think, and I don't, but I don't think you can do.
Come together.
I don't think you can do missionary though, right?
No, I think they can.
Not?
I think that's probably the only.
That's what they
but
got.
That's like that's a very wide stance.
Well, like, you don't have to go full wide, dog.
Yeah, what are you doing?
There are a lot of ladies out there who would break with that stance you just showed.
Not like leg stance. Like I just feel like you'd have to like hover over them, and I don't know.
I see. These are questions I want answers
to.
He's
willing to put in the work.
God in heaven, we need to get them on the show. I don't think they're gonna.
They
come
absolutely will not.
But I have to know what's going on here.
Mm-hmm. They need to go on like Dr. Phil or
They've already been on TLC. Like,
well, there's a renewed interest, so maybe.
But that was when they were children. So now
when do you need Dr. Phil to be like the creepy meter's pegging? They seem like they're happy. We're the ones who are confused.
I gotta be honest. I don't think I could do it.
He's like, anybody else? Let's get a show of hands. Who's weirded out? Anybody? He's getting a little senile, old Phil. So you don't know what's coming out of his mouth.
There's got to be an Oprah interview or something coming, right?
Listen, I just want to know: is he the greatest guy ever and has a heart of gold?
Well, not according to Annika, his ex-wife.
Does he have a fetish, and that's why he's doing this? Either way, I'm happy for the twins. I think it's great.
I'm happy for the twins. I don't know how I feel about this guy though.
Why? I mean, he's basically in the nicest possible way. He's laying on a grenade.
You're so quick to trash the dude. Why?
No,
I mean, what did he do?
Just because he's got an ex-wife?
No. It's not a. It's
just he's not paying for that second kid.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it turns out he is a deadbeat, then yeah.
Like, look, that kid's got a hook nose. That's not my kid.
That's nothing like me. I don't know.
But you'll find a way to make it the dude.
It's not about the dude in this situation. It's just
this dude, not a dude. It's this dude.
This dude. It's weird. You guys even said it yourself. He's weird.
I'm trying to figure it out.
The creepy meter.
All right, let's play this game real quick.
Now, let's play Tanner, Drew, and Laura's Pick a Flick.
All right, very simple game. We're going to read you the summary of a movie, kind of like if you hit info on a movie on Comcast. on your remote, you would see like the description of the film, right?
Yeah,
Or if you're
yeah.
at a Blockbuster and you read the back of the VHS cassette.
Yep.
Or whatever. It would tell you kind of like a summary of the movie. That's what we're going to do, and you just have to tell us which movie it is for the tickets to see Weezer. Let's meet our contestant first.
Okay.
His name is Mike. He's calling from Salem. What's up, Mike? Mike.
Hey, good morning.
What up, bro?
I bet he's got a lot of questions.
Hey, Mike, do you have any questions with this conjoined twin thing, or are we the only ones?
Well, I'm married. I have one wife that nags enough, so I don't need two in one body. So that's
Yeah, dude, he's got to deal
fair.
double
Twice the
time
opinion.
nagging.
2 honeydew lists coming from each side.
Yep.
It's a lot.
And the
Yeah,
plumbing is
you're
all
right.
the same, so you don't even reap the benefits of 2 women, really.
They're
Let's-
both
It's a
have
terrible
headache.
thing for me to say, but
Let's find out, Mike. What's the last movie you watched?
It was actually the new Roadhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
What'd you
we
think of
call
that?
Call that mind eraser.
What'd you think of that movie?
Yeah, I'd give it like a D plus maybe.
a D plus.
Man.
That's generous.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Conor McGregor puts on at least a Oscar nomination.
Who the hell is
Conor
everybody?
McGregor's ass cheeks
What is that?
get an A minus.
Man,
Yeah, Laura loved his abs.
He did not put his arms down at his sides the whole time.
All right, we're
I don't
gonna
think he can.
we're gonna read you a summary of a movie, and you just have to tell us which movie it is. Okay, bro?
Alrighty.
All right.
All right, first of all, you got to pick the genre: horror, action, comedy, or drama.
I'll have to go with comedy on this one.
Oh, that's a popular category. All right. When the passengers and crew of a jet are incapacitated due to food poisoning, a rogue pilot with a drinking problem must cooperate with his ex-girlfriend turned stewardess to bring the plane to a safe landing.
Oh God.
This is a good one.
I don't know.
That's
this.
a tough one.
Oh, you know this. Oh man, he's
Trying to blank.
Do you want me to read it
no.
again?
Hey, I think he's
He
done.
doesn't know? Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's not gonna give us anything.
Throw a movie out there, and we got to move on.
That's comedy. I'd say Snakes on a Plane. I have no clue.
No,
Snakes on a plane.
Good guess.
It's not a
Good
comedy.
guess.
That's a shot from the dark ages.
I mean, it's kind of a comedy. What else would that
Snakes
be?
on a
Thanks
plane
for
is
the call.
super comedy.
That is that's a classic action film with
What
a
are
lot
you
of
guys
drama,
talking about?
a lot of intensity.
It really
You
is.
can't put that into just one category.
Let's go to Michael, who is calling from Salem, I also believe.
Oh.
Mike, 2 mics here, back to back.
Mike.
What's up, dude?
Good, how you doing?
Good, man. Tell us what movie that is.
I'm gonna have to guess too. I don't know that one. I'm going with old school Airplane.
It is Airplane.
Yay!
Nice job. Yeah.
Of course it is. He had the fish.
Okay. I was thinking of a current film. I was thinking like Soul
Yeah,
Plane.
I'm
or
going
something.
Now,
old
now it
school.
all come back to you know with the drinking problem where he throws the drink over his shoulder rather than in his mouth.
No, I got it.
And the one guy, I picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue.
Yeah, okay. Now it's all coming back.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
All right, bro. You just got tickets to go see Weezer October 6th at the Moda Center.
Awesome, I am so stoked.
All right, bro. Hang on. They're gonna be doing the Blue album in its entirety.
Should be
and
good.
and that would be like Laura said yesterday, about 35 minutes. So I'm sure they're gonna throw in some
Yeah,
other
there's
songs.
going to be other stuff.
Sprinkle.
But I'm
My
excited.
favorite album though.
It is my favorite
That's
album
because
too.
it's the best.
My name is Jonas.
I'm carrying no wheel.
It's like no, there's not one song on that album that I can skip through. Like
know,
I
it's really
have to
good.
listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Even that last song, Only in Dreams. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
That song,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a 10-minute song or whatever, but it's great.
Yeah.
They're gonna fill some time with that.
Yeah.
Right. They're probably going to do like some sort of guitar solo in the middle just to stretch it out.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, dude, hang on. We'll get your information, and we'll play again tomorrow. You have another chance at 1059thebrew.com. Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We got the news coming up here in just a few minutes. Laura, what do you have?
Yeah, if you've been eating too many of those hot dogs at Costco, they now have a solution for you. I'll tell you all about it.
That is coming up on the other side of Green Day. Happy Wednesday. It's 7:55.
Brew News. Brought to you by Hulu Plus Live TV. Switch today to watch over 95 live channels. Now, here's Laura.
Well, if you feel that maybe you've indulged in a few too many of those $1.50 Costco hot dogs, there is good news for you. You can now get your weight loss drugs at Costco as well. They are going to be offering Ozempic, among other things. They actually...
Oh, you might need that after 1,000 hot dogs.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a one-stop shop for you at Costco. They'll fatten you up, and then they'll get you skinny, lickety-split.
Am I the only one, by the way, just real quick, am I the only one that gets the Ozempic jingle in their heads?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh, oh.
Ozempic.
Do you think, I bet once you start losing weight from it too, you just sing that as you jog around your house.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But they actually started doing this direct-to-customer healthcare marketplace last fall. So you can go in and get checkups via like an online telehealth type of situation. And they noticed that a lot of people were asking about weight loss. So they're like, well, let's start offering Ozempic and a similar weight loss drug. So now you can go in, have a consultation.
Even though that's not what it's for.
It is not.
But what a time to be alive that a drug that could actually make you skinny and not just a gimmick.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it'll make you bark like a dog after a year.
Yeah,
or two.
well, we'll find out. Time will tell. Let's see. Tanner, this is for you. We talk a lot, I feel like, about iPhones and Apple products in here, but owners of Samsung smartphones are being urged to install the latest software security update. In all, the update reportedly fixes 27 issues that Samsung has deemed critical common vulnerabilities and exposures, as well as other 17 issues that have been flagged. They say that this update is going to improve your customer confidence in the security of Samsung mobile devices. So
A lot of vague stuff there.
Yeah, so for anyone who has an Android device, maybe get on that and update it as soon as you can. And finally, tonight is another Powerball drawing. And this time, The jackpot's over $1 billion. Now, the cash option would only
Powerball
be about $527 million. Still not a bad bag, so buy
Hey.
your tickets. 1059thebrew.com for all the info.
I'm feeling lucky.
Powerball.
How are you feeling?
Oh, man, I got tickets already. I'm hoping to send us all into the danger zone.
Love that.
All right. Thank you, Laura. Coming up in a few minutes, Beefwater's here. I think he's got a couple of things to say about these conjoined twins, which I just can't stop thinking
He's been
about.
chomping at the bit.
I can't stop thinking about it.
You know, we've talked about this plenty. Nothing but questions. Nothing but questions.
Right. Anyway, that's all coming up. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. Happy Wednesday. Got a couple of talkback messages to listen to real quick.
Hey, Brew Crew, Fat Thor here again. Can't wait for Trash Bandits. You know, I'm going to be there with a +1.
Morning, Brew Crew. This is Big John. I'm looking forward to your Trash Bandits. Can't wait to help out the community and hang out with all you guys. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's gonna
Sounds
be
like the
so-
donkey from Winnie the Pooh.
It's very Eeyore.
Man.
And it is early, but come on,
It's
John.
gonna be fun.
gonna be a
We're
lot of
gonna
fun.
pick up trash.
He's going into or coming out of a nap. One of the two.
But yes, Trash Bandits, the third annual Trash Bandits, is going down April 20th from 9 a.m. to 11:30 at Montevilla Park. And so of course, you could just show up if you wanted to, but we're
You're
asking.
gonna be picking up trash with your bare hands.
Yeah, we need to know how many grippers and trash bags to bring. So sign up at 1059thebrew.com if you want to help clean up the city. Just pick up some trash for a couple hours, make you feel good, get some free food.
Exactly. And it's one of those deals where even the selfish part of it is when you're done, you feel good.
Yeah.
You've checked a serious box.
Right.
And now it's 4:20 and you got the whole day.
Plus, it'll be 420, so have a weed brownie and
Yeah,
come on
you can.
out.
Yeah, you can definitely do it stoned.
We got some roaming cleaners about 8 blocks away.
Yeah, and the food Tanner's talking about is what we find along the way.
Right, yes.
So you find a quarter of a sandwich, bring
It's
it to
yours.
the table.
Finders keepers.
And we're going to
trade up.
Yeah, we don't just keep it all. We're going to distribute it evenly.
Is there a limited number of people that can join, or can anybody?
I thought it was around 120, something like that. But
All right.
we're
So you
going
probably wanna
to
sign up.
call it 100.
All right, sign up as soon as you can before it fills up. 1059thebrew.com, and we will see you there. All right, there's so much to talk to you about, Beef.
Yeah, well, it's been busy. I bought a tweaker a Slurpee this morning.
Excuse me?
I did.
I bet they're
I
like,
took
"Yes!"
my money, my hard-earned money.
Yeah. Was he
and
asking?
I bought that struggling soul.
Was he asking for a Slurpee, or did you
no,
just give it
he
to
was
him?
just taking forever to pay, counting his change out. And I go, you know what, dude? Just scoop it in and let me take care of that for you.
Oh, so
And he said, really?
He
And I
paid
go,
it forward to a
I go, yeah.
tweaker.
But not
Let's just
not
move it
because he
along.
was being nice, not because he
Because-
was
yeah,
annoyed.
right.
Because he was
Cutting in-
annoyed.
You're cutting into my morning, son.
But wait, so he was already buying the Slurpee. You
He was
just
going
paid
to.
for
Yeah,
it.
he was struggling to pay. And I go, you know
thought,
what?
I thought Casey just walked in and was like, "Hey,
Thought he
bro,
did a
you
nice
look,
thing.
You look like you could use a sweet treat
Oh, no. I
today."
walked into him at the Slurpee machine, licking it right out of the cup.
You know,
Oh,
I got to be honest. You go to 7-Eleven a lot.
my.
You just told me yesterday about going to 7-Eleven and getting a taquito.
Yeah.
I love. Okay.
Yeah, the steak and cheese taquito.
7-Eleven
The
taquitos
steak and
are
cheese.
money.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I
like
had one
the,
yesterday, and that's what took me back today. And guess what they had? 0 taquitos. I looked right at the guy, and I went, I came all the way here for a
I hope
taquito.
you have some
7
ointment for your
a.m.
rear end.
Before we hear this story,
Hug your knees.
before we hear this story, I would love to know what April Fool's joke did you fall for? Because that's what this is bleeding into.
Okay.
He fell for an April Fool's joke. That's how he ended up at 7-Eleven.
If this is the 7-Eleven April Fool's joke that I'm thinking of, how did you not know that was an April Fool's joke?
Well,
Casey?
what was this?
are we
What
just
was the
gonna get
joke?
into it?
Okay, so if it's what I think it is it the soda water that was flavored like
Yeah.
a Big Bite?
So,
okay.
but the article I read was like, it could be April Fool's.
Or
It
it could
might not
not.
be. This could be just one of the 7-Eleven and one of the gimmicks of the year
Because
they
they are, and they
Hot
were
dog
releasing.
water?
Yeah, they had
Hot
cans
dog water.
of like seltzer water that was flavored like a Big Bite,
I
and
do
I just
like-
wanted the can. It was a giant like
Right.
hot dog can, and I just wanted that for my
They
office.
should have had
telling
Limp
you,
Bizkit right on the cover of that.
Yeah, right.
The fact that carbonated hot dog water could even be on the table is
Hilarious, right?
But
hilarious
I-
and disgusting.
I can't
It sounds
see
I'm not
how
gonna drink it.
It sounds
wouldn't-
awful.
It wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility because at the same time they announced a bunch of other flavors, and this was just like the last flavor.
Oh, okay.
And from what I understand, so many people were excited about this that now
gonna
they're
do it?
thinking about
About
doing
really
it.
doing
As
it?
they should.
Yeah.
Because you went there, I was like, that's disgusting. You're going to drink the hot dog
I
water?
wasn't going to drink it. I was going to buy one to display it in my office. I was going to come in here and just bring you
I do
guys a
think
hot dog water.
Yeah, I do think you have to buy two. One to display and one to try.
You know that I have a pan of hot dog water like 3
Yeah.
times a week. I
But
can
it's
bring.
not in a fancy
But
can.
put that in the soda stream. See what
Yeah,
happens.
exactly. Now we're talking. Let's get ahead of the game
So
here.
you got fooled by an April Fool. You go into
Yeah.
7-Eleven because of this article.
So, I mean, yes, I did technically get fooled, but I knew when I went there that there was a 60% chance that I was going to walk
Okay.
away empty-handed.
You were
you're-
hoping.
there's
But
that,
I had my fingers crossed. I'm like, please let this be
and
real.
that small chance that you could get yourself the hot dog water.
Yeah.
And so were you butthurt when you left?
No, not at all. Like, again, I had...
You got a taquito.
I
so
managed
it's-
my expectation before I walked into the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, but
and
they
then
got
I was,
you.
And then I was hilariously surprised by the steak and cheese taquito.
But it's a great move by them though, because like every person who gets duped and comes in isn't going to leave with nothing.
No.
Right. They're like, I guess
Yeah.
I'll just have some Funyuns
At least
instead.
grab a
Get some
Slim
powdered
Jim.
donuts and some
Yeah.
Slurpee.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude, I haven't. Every once in a while, I get a craving for like a Big Bite, but I haven't actually had one, and I couldn't tell you how long.
It's been a while.
And when Casey told me that he got fooled by that thing, I just started to laugh.
Yeah, it's a bummer. That would have been a great gimmick. I love that kind of stuff. I would have loved to have that can displayed in my office.
It might happen.
I got fooled by only. So there was a lot of fake movie trailers that came out, and a lot of fake movie announcements that came out on Monday because of April Fools. Like I saw one of, I can't remember what it was called, like The Mummy Returns Again or something. I don't remember. It was,
Again.
But it was Brendan Fraser,
Again.
all old, as the character he played in The Mummy.
And in a land of reboots, you never know.
Dude, honestly. And so I was like, that can't be real. And I watched a couple of minutes of the trailer, and I'm like, this is clearly fake.
At the end, did it say that it was fake?
No, they try to sell it like it's real, but what they do is they use clips of other movies.
And so you're like, I've seen this.
Brendan Fraser's the whale in the Mummy movie.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any sense.
But it's a joke. I could see them try and work up scripts like that because he won an Oscar.
To be fair, some of these trailers and movies that actually do come out, I'm like, that would have been better served as an April Fool's joke. Just
honestly.
go back. Just take it away.
What April Fool's joke did you fall for on Monday? 866-445-1059. Did you get pranked at work by some of your work buddies? Did your wife pull a prank on you? They love to do that.
The old saran wrap around the toilet prank.
Yeah,
you know?
and you just dupe on yourself or duke on yourself.
My wife,
a dookie dupe.
My wife tried one on me. It was really half-assed, but she was sitting on the couch feeding the baby, and she's like, "Did you see?" Because we have a group email for everyone on the street. She's like, "Did you see the email from the group?" And she knows that I rarely check that email, so I'm like, "No." She goes, "Well, they're just trying to switch it up for Halloween." I was like, why? What do you mean switch up Halloween? She's like, that if we do king size on this whole street, that this will become popular like Cardinal down the street. So they want to do king sizes, and I just hadn't written back yet. What do you want to do about that? I was like, and I honestly said this. I was like, is that lunchbox down the street? Is she the one?
This is her idea, wasn't it?
You're already blaming somebody.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I want to give king sizes, I will, but I'm not going to have Rhonda tell me that.
Fat Rhonda wants the king size, obviously.
And I was like, I don't care. I'm not even writing him back. And she's like, well, it was an April Fool's joke. I was hoping you'd get a little hotter than that. She gave it. She took her swing.
Give me the email. I'm writing one right now.
Yeah, exactly. Just knocking on doors.
All right, we got a couple of talkback messages to listen to. Did you fall for an April Fool's joke?
Happy Hump Day, Brew Crew. Yeah, the April Fool's joke. So Portland Pickles made a post that was fake, and it was that they're opening a male strip club called The Pickle.
I'd go.
And like
Count me
3
in.
people messaged it to me before we found out it was a joke.
Oh, it's too bad.
Laura was walking around the same parking lot for an hour.
like,
looking for that place.
Laura was excited.
They did
Here, pickle.
open. They did just open their own pub, though, their own sports.
I saw
I
that.
did see that, and it actually looks
Palmer.
good. Is it at the park?
No, it's on Mississippi Avenue. Yeah.
Dude, I want to go. Those games
team.
look so much fun. I want to go and we should host those games. That's what we should be. We should be the host of those things, right?
Send him an email.
Dress Casey up like the pickle.
Yeah, right.
They've already got a pickle, right?
Yeah, his name is Dylan. And
Has
I
Dylan
think
ever fought another pickle in the 7th inning stretch?
Yeah, I'd be the little rolling out the little baby gherkin.
the Gherkin. I think they have one. I think his name is Jake or something.
We got another talkback.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Tough to low. Hey, looking forward to the Trash Bandits. I've already signed myself up.
Good.
Waiting for
Nice.
Mrs. Loaf to come home from work and gonna get her signed up.
Come on, Jenny.
I'm gonna
Let's go.
try to get a whole bunch of people that I know to come join us.
Very nice.
And I'm excited to get a couple of more hours banked for community service. You never
you
know
go.
when you're gonna need it.
That's very true.
Yeah, if you got priors, come on down.
Get that ankle bracelet off any time now.
Sign up for the Trash Bandits at 1059thebrew.com.
1, 2, 3.
And now, Bruce Sports.
Damn it, you gotta catch that ball.
Here's Drew.
Well, the NCAA tournament for women was a huge success. We're not even to the Final Four yet. That'll all come up at the end of the week. But now tournament officials saying this is going to be an expanded deal. More teams will be making the trip, so more televised games in those first rounds on a national level and hopefully grow that tournament. Now, the problem is Caitlin Clark is leaving for the WNBA, and so you will not have the biggest star to run off of. But let's remember, there's been great players throughout the years. It's just they haven't been showcased in this way. And also, we got to do it one more time. Dan Orlovsky, he was a longtime quarterback, a backup quarterback for a bunch of teams. At the age of 40, though, he works for ESPN as an analyst. Now, Orlovsky is the guy who's known for farting on Monday Night Football. Fart sneeze, that's what it was called. Or at least we've named it that.
Can you actually hear it on TV?
Yeah, because I guess his mic comes down and you get a sneeze to fart ratio there.
All right.
But, you know,
It's
honestly,
too bad.
it's been a bit since I've heard that audio. We might have to circle back. But this was just yesterday on the Pat McAfee show when it happened again.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's
Dan, another farting Dan Orlovsky situation just took place.
Danny Dumb.
You just farted into the...
Danny Dumb.
What do you mean? It's unbelievable.
No.
Yeah, but your butt was just talking.
We heard it.
Your butt just farted into the phone again like you in Monday Night Football.
Oh, no.
That's what just happened.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You remember Monday Night Football when you had your microphone and you went to sneeze and you banked on and it caught your fart?
Said? Like, what do you...
No.
No, it's what your butt said.
You tell us, though. Is this a fart or is windshield wipers?
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's...
I tell you what, if it is a real fart, he messed himself.
Yeah,
if that's a real fart.
If it's a windshield wiper, you need a new blade.
Yeah, absolutely.
right.
I do have, by the way, I put it up on our Instagram at 1059 The Brew, so you can vote on whether or not you think it was a fart or a windshield
We need
wiper.
to know.
Yes.
That's it.
All right,
Sports
thank
are
you
done.
very much. Coming up in a few minutes, more of your calls and texts and talkbacks. When or what April Fool's prank did you fall for on Monday? You're like, oh, this is real, and son of a bitch, it's not. Tell us about it. Your call is after AIC. We want to know what April Fool's joke you fell for this year. April Fool's Day was on Monday. There was all sorts of pranks and fake announcements, and I must have saw like a dozen fake movie trailers that came out.
Yeah.
For movies that don't exist or will never exist.
And I think it's easier to get got when it's not your thing, right? Like, we don't prank each other in here on April Fools, so it's like out of sight, out of mind. It's not 2 weeks ahead, you're rubbing your hands together thinking about what's going to happen, because then I'd be looking for falling water and other things to ruin my day.
Right.
Yeah, so, what April Fool's prank did you fall for? I definitely clicked on a couple of things that I thought was real. And then they're like, I did this a couple times too. Some people will put, they'll post a Facebook story, and then you have to click that see more button to.
Oh yeah, and then there's no see more.
Yeah, I must have clicked the button 3 times before I realized I was being fooled.
I did that a couple of times on Instagram.
Oh, and so they just stop at that line.
Yeah, the see more. It's just a picture, I guess. It's not even a. It's not even a link. So anyway, I
that naked dude on the bed.
Tap.
I clicked on that a couple of times.
Yeah.
So, did you fall for something like that, or was it way more embarrassing? Like Beefwater thought that there was some sort of hot dog special or something.
Hot dog water.
Hot dog water.
I mean, look, those.
That's 7-Eleven.
What's the market price on hot dog water?
I was guessing somewhere around maybe $2.49.
Because when my kid does a lemonade stand this summer, I might just throw out a picture of hot dog water.
It's not homebrew.
Homebrew hot dog water.
You got to add a little extra for the production.
Store-bought. Okay.
We got a couple of talkback messages through the iHeartRadio app.
Morning, Brew Crew. Gandalf here. Yeah, I got took for a second on April Fool's Day yesterday. I was out in my shipping and receiving yard, my forklift, and saw 3 $100 bills laying in the yard. It was like, woohoo! Picked them up, and they were motion picture funny monies.
Oh,
so,
bummer.
yep, that's what took me. Have a great day, y'all.
Morning, Brew Crew. This is Big John again. I got April Fool's pranked by a fake date on April 1st.
No.
I was waiting for my date at the bar, and she texted me and said, April Fool's, I'm never going to go out with a guy like you. So
No way.
No, he did not.
No way did that happen.
If that happened, the universe is screwed.
She's the worst person
Nobody is
ever.
that cold-hearted.
I mean, to
that
do
can't.
that's stomping on your soul.
Look, I thought he knew that was me. Okay? I apologize, John.
It was all a joke.
Man,
I
if
thought you knew it was me.
If that was true, John, that sucks, bro.
And the Monday date's a little skeptical too. Do people date on Mondays a lot?
I would never schedule a Monday date.
You're like,
That seems
Monday
like
night
certain
at the
death.
bar?
No way.
No. That's my bedtime.
Let's go to line 1. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, did you fall for...
Drew, you like this one? The Seahawks posted that they signed Colin Kaepernick to a 1-year deal.
See, there you go.
Wow.
Is that real?
No, it's not.
That's
real.
a fool's. That's an April Fool's
it
joke.
was all April Fool's.
Tanner's still like,
Son of a
really?
bitch.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, which is interesting that they would do that because that puts you into a bucket of controversy.
Yeah, it just gets people talking. Though.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't hurt to.
See, this is why I hate April Fool's Day.
And it's just all
I
this
just buy into it
lies-
right away. We're
lies
talking
and
about this stuff,
misdirection.
and I'm like, huh? All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, there are so many of those. So many of those.
Yeah, I mean, the one I fell for the hardest recently was that Golden Girls reboot, and then you guys broke my heart in here.
yeah.
Telling me
Doesn't
that, you fell for it, you dope.
And it wasn't even April Fool's.
And then he stuck to it. He's like, no, it would be awesome.
I still believe that.
He's selling it
I
to
do
the
think it would
end.
be awesome.
I still believe it.
Beefwater, I can't stop thinking about the whole Siamese twins who got married. You brought it up to me the other day. I didn't even know about it until Beefwater told me about it. Then I went and looked up the story.
It's the story of the year.
I can't wrap my head around it. And we've been talking about it off and on for 2 days now. Can you wrap your head around this? So the guy's married to just one of the Siamese twins, even though they share everything from the waist down.
Yeah.
And and we found out today that he has already been married to just a standard issue human.
Yeah, he's got a kid.
So going into it, it wasn't just fetishes and
So I was
dating
going to say,
certain
we've talked about the kink. We've talked about, is it just a nice guy?
Is he a nice guy or is he weird?
Now the component I didn't really take into consideration was the thirst trap of the attention. Now is he going to be able to make some cash? doing some interviews? Are they going to write a book? Or
OnlyFans.
Is there another TV show to come?
Here's another thing that I'm skeptical about is because, and I feel like they would have to be skeptical of also, is because they were on television and they're kind of public figures. People are aware of them. You have to kind of filter out the people who are only in it for the press, right?
Yeah, and then he's going to, 6 months from now, he's going to be all mean. He's going to be like, shut up, second head. I'm talking to my wife.
Well, they do, like, I've never been in a threesome before, but I had a buddy tell me that the one that blew up on him was, it was all about attention, and it was all about who was getting paid attention to and who's getting ignored, and that head number 2 might not like how head number 1's getting treated.
But also, I don't know if you have to worry about that so much since...
One utility zone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe that the sister didn't have any skin in the game or opinion of the matter. Like,
plenty of skin.
I'm with a lot of these Redditors that said that they probably just did this because you can't marry more than one person.
And that makes sense.
And that he is married to both of them in his head.
But it is interesting because you have to think that one of them is more attracted to this
the one on the
man.
left.
So, but like my question is, and I know this is, I keep going back to this stuff, but when they are in the middle of intimacy, like, is he kissing both girls?
I think you ignore them both.
Yeah. The one in the middle has to wear a gunny sack. Can't see nothing. We need privacy, sister-in-law.
But like if they can.
What if there's go dark time where one has to put blinders and earplugs in?
Because if they're technically two different people, right? They've got
one of them is
two different social security numbers.
They have two brains. That's the most important part. They're independent thinkers.
But they're the same from the waist down. So you would think that sexual stuff that they would both feel at the same time.
Yeah, two thinkers, one stinker.
It makes sense that she's just part of it. So. Yeah, like it's just a conundrum.
I do feel like there is going to have to be compromise because even though they've got the one thing going on, they are independent thinkers, like you said, and so like one may not be in the mood when
they've
the other one is in the mood.
They've got to both be into him.
They've never had a sexual experience without the other person. Yeah, it's always, and even when it's self gratification, it's always been those two. It's not like if I had a twin, we are not the same as this.
On the other hand, you got a built-in audience.
I got so many. If you like it, if you're into that voyeur stuff.
Yeah, but one's in the cheap seats over here.
I gotta get the answers to some of these questions.
I have a feeling we're just never. Yeah. I think unless you're in that situation,
they said they were going to answer some.
Understand.
That surprises me. You would think they would pull that's not any of your business.
No, Oprah in the garden in Hawaii, Adele style.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, get all three of them out there.
Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
What's your take on this situation?
So, I read somewhere that apparently when they're doing the hanky-panky, the one girl is listening to music or reading a book.
That's what I thought.
Reading a book.
She put in headphones and reads a book or something.
But you're still like, zzz, you're getting zapped.
And every once in a while it just goes, ew, gross.
But how do you concentrate when you're still feeling everything?
Well, maybe she doesn't feel it. Maybe only one sister feels it.
There's no way.
That seems
There's
impossible.
no way.
It seems like if one can, they both would, or neither would feel it at all.
Well, I mean, I think anything's possible in this situation here.
Well, one thing's for sure, they're
Walk
both
on walls.
undersatisfied. That's all we know.
All right, thank you.
Apparently, she's supposed to tune out the pleasure.
Yeah, that seems
impossible.
Also, that seems
like
abusive. Like, don't feel good right now.
Yeah, I just don't. It doesn't seem fair to that other sister. If
Put on your
that's the way it's really going.
headphones. I got to talk to your sister for a minute.
They do have some really good ones now. I mean, just sucks the air right out of the room.
It's like being on a game show in the 70s.
Do you think this guy is a nice guy, or do you think he's into he's got a fetish and that's why he's doing this?
Honestly, I think he's kind of a creeper. I get a weird vibe from him.
See, and we've heard a lot of ladies say that,
but it's just based on a photo.
No, it's not. But it's not about what he looks like. It's just about the situation. Because I think we've all decided in here, like, none of us would choose to do that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, does he have a heart of gold, and we're just a-holes?
Well, we were in a meeting yesterday, and there were some pretty wholesome ladies turning around saying they were weirded out and wanted to know answers. I mean, you could go right down the who's who of radio. Every one of them.
I really do think it's more that he's a weirdo and he's into a weird kink. But I would like to think that there are good people out there. We have to wrap this up.
I prefer to call them different.
If it's a pie chart, it's a section of the pie. There's it's undeniable.
All right.
They could eat so much pie.
The weirdo section is there.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. It's just so strange,
They
you know?
each get their own pie.
They have two different mouths, but they share the same.
That
butt.
interview is going to make them
Oh,
rich.
man.
Yikes.
Oh, man. I got to get these answers. All right. The phones are going crazy, and I feel weirded out. Hang on. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy on 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. People have so many questions about these conjoined twins who got married to one guy.
Mm-hmm.
He only got married to one of the twins, which is kind of strange. We're trying to figure out how that all works logistically,
The
morally,
math alone is very confusing.
legally. How does it work? If she gets a boyfriend,
And then all of a sudden,
so many questions.
Those two bros got to be in the know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going
'Cause
to
they
get to know
share-
each other very, very
Yeah,
intimately.
it's squishy.
Everything from the waist down apparently is what they share. So
Yes.
And that's hard to take turns upon.
this guy's been on hold for a few minutes. What's up, bro?
Hey, dude, so what I think about that is what I'm wondering is, what if that other girl gets a boyfriend and falls in love, right? The twin that's not married.
Yeah.
Is the husband going to get jealous if he's banging his wife? I mean, he's really not banging his wife. He's banging his own girlfriend, but they're together.
That's another question we had. Like, okay, if what's true is if everything they say on paper is true, that he's only married to one of them and the other one's still single, then she's got the right to get a boyfriend soon, and he's gonna want to.
That's been my main
his
question. Is it considered cheating then? Like, is the other guy going to get jealous?
It doesn't
Like,
seem
what are the
very
rules? Do you have to
healthy
go
to,
out
like,
on dates?
To share, to share.
Or is he having threesomes also at the same time?
Well, I mean, I think they're always.
Well, I mean,
It's like a
that's kind
built-in-
of happening on accident, even if you don't want it to.
Yeah.
And also the reason that I think that he only married one is because the other one, I feel like she wants to have her own life. You know what I mean? And they want to keep that separate. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The word separate probably burns in their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I feel for those women.
Hey, they're married, or at least one of them is. So they're fine. They found love. I mean, there's a lot of people out there who are
It's
normal.
more than what
haven't
I
found
can
love.
say, so
Right.
good for them.
Yeah, like his 6 baby mamas, they're probably not as in love
Yeah,
as
right.
these people are.
Yeah.
By the way, this one's yours. Pay up, buddy.
Casey, what do you think, man? You think this guy's a weirdo?
Well,
or is he a nice guy?
a little bit, especially now that more stuff's coming to light. That's probably more reasonable. But in regards to what 519 guys or 915 guys' question is like I see it. You could work that kind of like how a polygamous family would work it. And that is there's seemingly a schedule involved. It seems to temper any jealousies. There's everything's out in the open and above board, so it'd be fine.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
it's
but
the other boyfriend's
have you ever
turn-
watched Sister Wives? It's not as
It's
not
super
as
awkward.
peaceful as you might imagine.
I'm building my life around that show, Laura.
Yeah, I think that second guy would absolutely have to be only brought in under the guise that he's willing to hang with bro number 2. Like, this is tag team back again.
Well, and then the dude also, does he have to like this other guy, or is it not up to him?
I think at this point you're a committee.
Because you're gonna have to, if you want to, if
You're gonna
you have to
this
live
weird
together.
stuff
I would think
together.
that everyone's gonna live together.
Doug.
Yeah, if only one person in this three-peat that's going on is
Yeah.
into the dude, that isn't gonna work out.
I got so many questions. Hopefully we'll get answers to some of these at least.
Interview.
None of them.
gotta
I
do an
know we
interview.
do. I want.
Oprah, come out of retirement.
Yeah, I need a tell-all interview
Right.
for sure.
I'm inclined to think he's in a relationship with the both of them, and this is just to keep the any legalities.
Yeah, but
out
come
of the
on.
way.
Drew made a point yesterday. Like, if there's any time to forget that, it's now.
It's now.
Allow
Like,
the
he should be
people-
able to marry both of them if that's the case.
It's like, can you guys just separate? No, we'll die. Can we just?
And
can
like,
you
how
make
do they file taxes?
2 social security numbers? But
But
one
here's
job,
here's what's
one
crap.
job.
It's one job too. This is what's crappy. So they had to study separately and get their diplomas separately. They both
Two
work
tuitions.
As, they both work as teachers. 2 tuitions. They both work as teachers, but they get one salary.
But I was thinking, if you were in another profession, like in customer service or something like that, there is a way that you could each have individual jobs. Like, but since they're teachers, I think that's hard to justify 2 salaries.
But they still have 1 arm each. You know, it's still like a keyboarding job, 1 arm each.
Yeah.
A line worker, 1 arm each.
But like, if you're like, I mean, and this would suck, like working at like a call center or something, you could both be on the phone with different
Now
people.
that's
you know?
true. You just have to put a partition in on
Yeah.
your neck.
Yeah.
Like, the person in the background's very loud.
Ignore it, please. We're working with what we've got.
What grade are they teaching? Has anybody read that?
I don't know.
Like,
Just said they were teachers.
That just seems like it would be a constant distraction.
I
for
would
those
think
kids.
though, like I remember I went. There was a deaf girl in my class,
Mm-hmm.
and it taught us how to act around them and how to treat them with respect.
Which is good. You learn tolerance early.
And be tolerant. And I wonder if that would be good for young kids. I know some kids might be creeped out, but
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like it's the two extremes, right? Like some kids are going to learn tolerance and grow from that, and other kids are just gonna be savage.
Yeah.
Well, and it's like kids, they will be savage on accident. It's like my sister-in-law, she lost all her hair when she did chemo, and you had to tell the kids, don't point at that, don't like make jokes at that, like, and then immediately, if a kid has a good heart, they will immediately turn to tolerance and be able to handle it.
Right.
Yeah, my daughter figured it out pretty young in regards to having a sibling that was different, and it early on created a sense of respect, and like she never like joked around or pointed out.
Yeah.
Or,
She doesn't
like,
go there.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm talking first grade.
And I think that it might be good if she's a teacher for young kids. It might be good for those kids to learn that. So anyway, it's a wild story. As soon as we get some more information on it, we'll let you know. And trust me, I'm going home and I'm going to dig deeper because I can't stop thinking about
going
this.
down the rabbit hole for sure.
The twins, the Siamese twins who got married to one dude, but he's only married to one of them.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Someone called him super lucky.
All right, we are commercial free. Thanks to our friends over at Lazy Boy. We still have another edition of the Dumbass of the Day coming up later on this morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura getting excited for Trash Bandits.
Yahoo!
Which we finally announced yesterday. It's going down April 20th from 9 to 11:30 at,
Montevilla.
Montevilla Park.
Montevilla. It sounds like such a desirable place, and it's going to be when we clean it up.
Yeah. So
And you know what? Montevilla is a cute little area, so it's not like...
It's kind of near Courts Hood.
Yeah, so
we'll
it's
clean
gonna be nice.
the park up and then the surrounding areas. So we'll go, pretty deep into the neighborhoods, I guess, and just start picking trash up. That's what we did last time. And we collected 150 plus bags of trash.
Pretty impressive.
Filled up a giant work truck with these things.
Like a bandit does.
Yeah, so if you want to join the Trash Bandits, if you want to be a Trash Bandito.
And who wouldn't?
You got to log on to 1059thebrew.com. Casey Beefwater Bay this morning said there's probably like 120 spots, something like that.
So don't wait.
So, yeah, don't wait because we need to know how many people are going to be there so we can bring a certain amount of grippers and trash bags and things like this.
And the more people who show up, the quicker we get the job done, the faster you can stuff your face with some pizza.
That's right.
Court
or
might
whatever.
make snacks. I mean, he lives nearby. I'm hoping he's got like
We might
wiener
all
wrap.
just go to Court's house after Trash Bandits. And
Well, I can
play
see
some
when
video
he
games.
Barbecue at Court's house.
Yeah.
You see him drawing out the map, and we're like, how are we all cleaning your yard?
Yeah, right. He's like, I don't know how that happened.
So the next one, the third annual Trash Bandits, is going down April 20th, which is Earth Day. And obviously 420. Ha, ha.
Yeah,
So have a weed brownie and coming out and clean some trash up. Make our city look nice.
Yeah.
All right. Sign up now at 1059thebrew.com. We're commercial free thanks to our friends over at Lazy Boy with Pearl Jam. Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Received a lot of text messages from people this morning saying that they're going to sign up for Trash Bandits.
Oh, nice.
Which is coming up April 20th at, oh, God, I'm going to write it down.
Montavilla Park.
I'm going to stop asking. I'm just going to write it down now.
Yeah.
Montavilla.
Montavilla.
So, yeah, that's happening April 20th from 9 a.m. to 11:30. And if you want to help clean up the city, just do something good for a couple hours and then eat some free food.
Yeah, because, we've all done it. We drive by piles of trash, and we're like, well, somebody should do something about that. Well, we are about to do something about it. Yes.
Be that somebody.
So please sign up if you can at 1059thebrew.com. I think we got like 100 spots available, maybe a little bit more than that. But I would not waste any time because we need to know how many grippers and trash bags to bring down to the event and all that stuff. So.
That's right.
So we'll see you April 20th. Get all the info at 1059thebrew.com on Trash Banditos.
Yahoo!
Third annual Trash Bandits.
Yeah.
We are commercial free thanks to our friends over at Lazy Boy. Happy Wednesday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. We're commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy on 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. So Linkin Park is one of my favorite bands. They have been ever since Hybrid Theory came out, that first album. I don't think that first album left my CD player for like a year.
Me either. It was in there for a minute.
I just listened to it nonstop.
I loved it.
So I've been interested anytime I hear Linkin Park might have some plans. I'm always like, okay, well, what are they going to do?
Yeah,
especially with Chester being gone.
The most complicated replacement outside of a Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I mean, good God, he was so unique.
You can't.
But Adam Lambert showed up at one point, and now he is just Adam Lambert, but he can sing the songs.
I just can't get on board. I don't care who it is. I don't think.
Well, it's never going to be. It's never going to be Chester.
You don't think anybody could be as good as Chester?
No, and I don't really want to support a reinvention of the band.
Listen to this: the frontman of the singer of the band Orgy.
Okay, what have they been up to these days?
Orgy, I remember this band was on the Family Values tour, like years ago. They were one of the first bands.
Song.
They had one song that wasn't even their song. It was a cover song, wasn't it?
Blue Monday. Yeah, I can't remember who did it originally.
I hope they all have kids now and they have to explain the name.
Dad, tell us about Orgy.
What's Orgy?
Yeah, I'll tell you when you're older, kid.
But his name is, the lead singer of Orgy's name is Jay Gordon.
Okay.
And Gordon says about Linkin Park, they're very, very cool guys and obviously a great band. They've been around a long time and they're still going for it. It's going to be tough without Chester, but we'll see. I hear they got a girl singer now. That's what I heard. Now, he later walked back the comment and said, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure who the singer is going to be, but I heard it was going to be female.
And because of that sentence, the rock world, when it comes to websites and publications, are all just going nuts.
They've all picked it up.
And when I click on them all, that's what they've got. They've got exactly the words you've said and nothing more.
Nothing else.
I do think that Mike Shinoda's pretty good at shutting that stuff down. So if
it's fake, he'll probably come out and say it.
I think he probably will say, don't believe the rumors.
But I like the idea, as long as the chick singer can scream a little bit.
I mean, she has to.
Has Shinoda done Hot Ones? Put him on Hot Ones.
No,
some of the
but that would be amazing.
He should do it.
I loved it. One of my favorite Hot Ones episodes was Dave Grohl, because they just got drunk the whole time. But I feel like rock stars on Hot Ones, I feel like it doesn't happen very often. That's a great idea. How do we get Mike Shinoda on?
We should get him on there.
And then when he gets that forehead sweat, then you ask him about the
well,
singer.
once he takes a bite of Da Bomb,
right?
That's when you really lay it on him.
That's right.
Well, if we hear any news about a possible new singer for Linkin Park, we'll let you know ASAP. Get more online now at 1059thebrew.com. Happy Wednesday. Yeah. Happy Wednesday. So I think Monday, Laura, you have jury duty again.
I do. That is correct.
And this is for that Moida trial.
Yeah.
Case of Moida.
Yeah, and this is when I actually do find out if I'm going to be selected for the jury.
And you really, last I talked to you about this, you really wanted to be selected. You want this.
I do want to be selected. I've got a feeling because we filled out a pretty lengthy questionnaire at the first meeting, and I have a feeling that because of what I do for a living, I'm going to be kicked off pretty quickly.
That's what I
don't
thought.
even know if I'll...
For something high profile.
That's what I thought.
Because even though legally I cannot talk about it, I feel like they still probably don't
We're
want
going
to
to prod
risk
the
it.
hell out of you trying to get
Dude,
it.
I want to know what murder case it is. I want to know because there's only there's not that many murders. I mean, there are a lot, but there's not that many. You can figure it out.
I am sworn to secrecy.
Until you're done, and then you can do it.
Do you know some details?
Yeah.
She knows the case.
I know.
you know the actual case.
I know names and stuff, but I don't have like all the information.
Dude's guilty, bro.
I actually don't remember.
Is
the
it
names.
the one where that body was in the trunk?
I don't
Blink.
know. Like
Blink
I
big.
can honestly say I do not know the ins and outs of it.
Did you see her blink? I think it was that one.
Yeah, blink twice if
I don't
it's
know.
the trunk case.
I don't know the names. I don't remember them. They were written down on a piece of paper, and
She's
at
either
this
got
point, I don't
allergies
know.
or she's lying.
Cough and tap the top of your head if
No.
Can you pat your head and rub your belly?
No, I don't want to risk it, you guys.
All right,
I really want to sit on this
So,
trial.
How many
So
people
we'll
are
find
they?
out Tuesday of next week.
How many people are they picking?
12 to 15. I can't remember.
So
But
you
there's
have
100. There's 100 of us.
You have a 15%
Jeez.
chance of
Yes.
being on the jury.
So
So that's pretty low.
That's
but
low.
You are. You look like a standard issue juror.
For
to
my
me.
own selfishness,
Oh,
I
thank
hope she
you.
doesn't get it because I don't want her to not be on the show
yeah, it'll
for
be
a while.
like 10 days, 2 weeks that I'll be gone.
Yeah, I don't want that.
But I'll be
A lot
doing
of
my
times-
civic duty, you guys.
There's deals in the middle of these things that happen to you. You might get
Sure.
2 days in there, like, oh, we're spent.
Yeah.
Let's do a deal.
All right, so we'll find out Tuesday if Laura's going to be involved in that murder trial or not.
Mm-hmm.
And
I want to hear all about it.
Yeah, I do want to know the case. And
Yeah.
once this is all said and done, you're telling us everything.
A deal. I will.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do this real quick. So many dummies around this planet, especially in this country, especially in the South, Drew.
Yes.
A North Alabama man
Oh boy.
hid 176 fentanyl pills and Easter eggs.
Why?
Stop. Come
Was he trying to move
on.
them?
Peter Cottontail.
Stop. That is
Get
not.
out. That's not his name.
That's not his name. I wish.
Okay, I was like, whoa.
That's great, right?
Like, this is an April Fool's joke, right?
A
This is not
Russellville, Alabama man was arrested Monday morning after the Colbert County Sheriff's Office discovered that he was alleged to be putting 176 different fentanyl pills crammed into Easter eggs, and he had them in his vehicle.
That's so
was he
irresponsible for
planning on
so
doing?
many reasons.
His name is Jamaris Daquan Quails.
Interesting
What
name.
name?
Captain Quails.
He was arrested on charges of drug trafficking and drug possession with intent to distribute.
Yeah.
After Quails consented to let officers search the vehicle, they found the pills in plastic bags with an ounce of synthetic weed.
They're like, he's like, they'll never guess these Easter eggs.
And he's got synthetic weed, which is just the dumbest thing
Why?
to be doing.
Yeah,
Because
I
he
mean,
just
I
wants
guess
to
in-
eat
I
someone's
guess-
face this afternoon.
In northern Alabama, you take what you can get.
So they arrested him, obviously, and they took him to jail on a $150,000 bond.
Yikes.
But damn, like, you think that if you're trafficking that many drugs, everything is on the up and up. You don't have anything else on you. You know, your tags are fixed. You know, it's just
Right.
anything you
Give him
can
a
to not
reason.
give him a reason to pull you over.
Exactly.
Yeah, and how is this not, in a way, now I don't know exactly how they were laid out into the eggs, but I would argue that it's also child endangerment.
Yeah, that was my first thought. It's like, what if a kid got a hold of one of these eggs?
Right.
One fentanyl pill will kill a child.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't say a lot of his. It just says
Maybe packed multiple into
maybe they
eggs.
can throw that on later after they
Yeah,
do some investigating because they'll like especially in these southern states, they'll just throw charges at you, boy.
And this guy's not brilliant. You give him an
No.
hour in the talkie talk room.
He's gonna throw charges at you until something sticks, and hopefully, in their minds, probably all of them.
Yeah. They want to get that distributor. Whoever gave that guy fentanyl pills, that's who they're looking for.
Here's a picture of it too, if you want to see all the fentanyl, and they're not even like fancy eggs. They're so cheap. The really cheap ones you get like $1 store.
Right. Oh man.
See, and then here's I guess that's the synthetic weed.
Oh, that looks like quality weed right there.
God. That's a lot of pills.
That's a lot of pills. It's a lot of crap weed.
Oh man.
And those are one season Easter eggs. Don't even bother putting them back into the attic because those are crack.
Anyway, full stories online at 1059thebrew.com. We're going to find out what's trending. All right, online at 1059thebrew.com. We got a lot of good stuff for you to check out. So if you're bored at work, go just take a look at our blog.
Yeah.
You can see the video from the Pat McAfee show.
Oh, yeah. Great video.
What's his name? Dan, what is it?
Orlovsky.
He apparently, every time around this hour,
That's all right.
I get the glargs in my throat.
Glarg o'clock.
Throat's almost done.
It was such a funny clip that we played in Drew's News today, but it sounds like he farted during a Pat McAfee interview.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like, it's
And their reaction's classic.
Another farting Dan Orlovsky situation just took place.
Danny Dumps.
You just farted into the...
Danny Dumps.
I don't think I've ever seen Drew laugh this
Like so many times.
He's got this,
when
like,
I was
this
recording it in,
grin right now. Like
I was laughing alone right before I even
Yeah.
showed you guys, and then just I fell apart again and
Yeah.
again and again.
Dan Dumps.
It reminds me of
Danny
like
Dumps.
when a friend would fart at a sleepover and then
Yeah.
try to
play it off.
Yeah.
And there was always that one friend who gets out of their sleeping bag and they're like, "Tony, admit it.
Yeah.
You smell like hell."
Now, he claims that it was his windshield wipers.
It's impossible to be at the top at both of those, essentially. Like,
you know what's
It
funny
has
though?
too much air. Brrr.
Well, and also you
I can hear it, maybe.
see,
Maybe.
you can hear it, but also when I look, because in the video he is in his car, and I look outside and it's cloudy, but it doesn't look like it's raining.
Didn't seem like storm. And
So,
one
I
like
don't
normally
know.
if
Yeah.
those things pop,
Yeah.
that'll happen a couple times. You know,
Yeah.
because that's on a dry window.
Just like one
Right.
rogue windshield wipe.
Well, you can see the video for yourself and decide if he broke wind or not. 1059thebrew.com.
Didn't we have a poll on that?
Yeah, it's up, and which, by the way,
Yeah, what's the poll say?
It's up on Instagram right now. You've got
Fart or wiper?
was it a fart? We have 83% say definitely a fart. 17% says it was the windshield wiper. So the farts
Sorry.
have it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Danny Dumps. The numbers aren't on your side.
the farts have it. But yeah, it's a great clip. Great clip.
And it's the fact that it's his second fart on
Yeah.
ESPN.
Yeah.
in
He's
less
just
than a year.
always going to be known as the
God.
fart guy.
And he's like, what? He's like, oh, yeah, the last time you farted on
He's
TV.
like, no.
Yeah.
Also, this video's gone viral. Apparently, a couple of pit bulls, it looks like they got loose. They didn't look like strays to me.
No.
But it looks like they probably got out of their enclosure and they just were kind of roaming the streets in the middle of the night in this town.
Yeah.
And they just destroyed this woman's car because they were chasing a cat. The cat ran into the engine of the vehicle,
Which is brilliant.
and so
yeah.
they just ran around the car and they chewed its bumper
They're
off.
like, we're going to get this cat.
Yeah.
Man.
And they just pretty much mangled the car and caused $3,000 in damages.
That's
And luckily, she's got that ring cam, or
Yeah,
who's
right?
going to believe
Can
that?
you imagine coming outside without the Ring video doorbell and you have no idea what's happened to your car?
Right.
Did a zombie eat the bottom of my car?
Yeah.
Go check out that video online when you get a chance. Also, Eugene man narrowly avoids a runaway saw blade. I don't know if you saw that. It went viral the other day.
Yeah, that's
Intense.
pretty intense.
It's all online. 1059thebrew.com. Click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Our Donkey Show podcast is coming up next. We didn't record one yesterday, but we will be recording a brand new one today.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to hear that at around 10:30, 11 o'clock at the latest at 1059thebrew.com.
Nice.
Court's next. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.